You want to talk about Mother's Day?
Mm-hmm.
So
it is Sunday, people.
It is Sunday.
Your mom did a lot for you. Don't forget your mom on Mother's Day.
All that birthing and that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting your mom a tech gift?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, as I swallowed pizza. Hey, sure, eat this piece of pizza and I'll talk to us. Thank you. Actually, I think I'm getting my mom the Fitbit. And I know we've discussed it and I've seen it personally that it's kind of technologically flawed in some regards, but it's a good motivator. And I think that's, to me, would be worthwhile money-wise. Mm-hmm. And I've talked to her about it, and it's something she's interested in, and she'd actually would consider. Plus, it comes in pink, which is her favorite color, which is an added bonus. Thank you very much, Fitbit. I think it's nice because it'll encourage her to be active. Even, like I said, even if it's not 100% perfect, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's giving her that motivation to keep moving, to try to get more steps. And she has an iPhone, so she can easily keep track of things on her app. Mm-hmm. And be able to use it. And I think to even just to see how much activity, she's a nurse in a pediatric emergency room, and to see how much, I'm curious on my behalf to see how active she is during her day. Like how many steps, how far is she going in her day? Mm-hmm. I can't imagine. But I think even just having that extra motivation, and like I said, the pink, and it's something she'd be willing to wear. And not to say that the other colors aren't, attractive, but it's something that she likes, and it plays into, like I said, anything that'll motivate anybody to move, I don't have a problem with.
Definitely. I just came from on Friday, did a lifestyle health conference. And a lot of it's talking about, there's a lot of stories of, especially older ladies and people, just being active, like staves off a lot of that all those other problems. Like my grandfather, he's I think 85, and he's walking, and he was walking 2 miles, and he's trying to get back out to, because he's had some issues and surgeries and stuff. But I mean, he definitely looks better than like some people I see at like 70 or 60 sometimes. It makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. And this was another thing that was brought up. Matt Keener was there talking at TEDx Grandview, actually, person. I got to talk to him a little bit again. Cool. About this quantitative data idea, and this is like the forefront of it. I think it's the best example out there. Missy has one. I've actually turned on the, you can do the Fitbit app on your phone, and at least on the newer iPhones, you can use the M whatever chip, and it's doing
the M7.
I think. Oh,
the A7. I think it is the M7 as well.
Is it the M7 too? I thought it was the M4 or something. I don't know. There's another chip in here that's like doing motion, and it's not waking up your phone. So I just turn on just to see what happens. See what I am doing, which is not very well. But it's nice that you can track. You can at least start with that. But even just seeing your sleep and everything with this device kind of makes a lot of sense. So awesome. Now, Sheila, I know you had a different aspect of this when we were talking about this idea.
I've run into problems buying family members tech gifts sometimes because you end up supporting them.
That's true.
But I was actually now thinking about it. My mom recently had a machine, the OS crashed on it, and she hadn't kept a backup. So she did get a hard drive, and I'm going to set up kind of like an on-prem sync solution where it'll back up a lot of her data. But maybe I should be getting her something like a Carbonite subscription or some kind of online additional Google Drive. I think, Sorg, we were talking about Google Drive. Maybe get her a large Google Drive account. That way it can then sync a lot of that content that a lot of it we got back because it was actually mainly photos that were passed across multiple phones, and she still has the phones. Like, I had to pull data off of a BlackBerry Storm.
Yes.
Wow.
So luckily she had, like, anywhere that she had taken pictures, she had the content. And that's the majority of the content I think that she did have. I think she had a thumb drive that I used to migrate data from an old laptop to the new laptop. So we had all that data. But thinking online backup subscription.
It's not a bad idea.
I like that idea.
That's something that's probably not going to break easily.
And especially, I don't know. I have somebody that I've helped with that, and it seems like it's breaking every so often.
Can you get some kind of like email alert, like if you haven't synced or backed up?
You will. If it's set up with your email, because one of my on location people, a hard drive failed. Now here's the problem. I set everything up before they still had the 4 gigabyte limit on Backblaze files, so it didn't back up all the captured videos. But still, there's like 300 of a terabyte drive. There was about 300 gigabytes I was able to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I still have the drive. I'm hoping I can kind of recover it and try to get those big files. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's anything I need to get back to. Plus, we have all the DV tapes. Anyways, so you will get emails saying, "Hey, we haven't seen your drive for 7 days.
That's cool.
Make
okay.
sure it's connected." So it lets you know there's a problem. So if you set it up with your email address, that'll be fine. Now, they may also have pop-ups happening on their computers, so you'll get a lot of, "Hey, why does this Backblaze thing, and why does it say I have to do?" And then you know to interject.
Right.
And hopefully it's not a recurring problem with the computer or something that you have to keep going back to.
She only has 128 gig SSD, so it's not like...
It's not bad. No, it's not bad. That's not versus the, one person I work with has at least 3 drives connected at all times. And I know if something goes off and back on, or you unplug something and plug it back in, even if it's the right way, it'll put a 2 by it when it's technically redetected, and it sees it as a different drive, and it'll keep getting the errors. And if it's somebody who never restarts their computer, they'll never redetect it as the original drive.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps reminding them, "Hey, we don't see your drive. Hey, what is this? Hey, what's going on?" So that can be an ongoing problem too. But generally, if you set it up and you know it's a person that doesn't do those kind of weird things like that, they're just doing their computer and because that's the first thing I always say to people. They're like, "Did you back things up? Did you put them anywhere else? Did you do anything?" Like, hard drives will fail. They could fail in the first week. You never know. When my grandfather, he got that iMac, and I saw it was from 2007. I'm like, "You were putting everything on Google Drive because holy crap, I don't trust this hard drive. It's like, God, how old is that? 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. I'm not going to trust this hard drive and all of your stuff on there, and I know you're going to have a huge problem if it all goes away right now. So we're not going to do that at all." Now, for my mom, I've been trying to... we talked about it a little bit. She's more technically inclined. She's actually an AutoCAD designer and still practicing and everything. So she's not unfamiliar with computers, So I've been trying to figure out, I know she's been diving a little bit into Rokus and stuff, but I don't know how much she uses them. But I do know she likes dog videos. Her Facebook tells me that all the time. So I feel like something like a Chromecast may help her as far as that goes. Like, I feel like that idea, she's very versed in her iPhone. I think very good at her iPhone. So maybe something like a Chromecast. And it's one of those, it's a $35 shot in the dark. If it goes in a knife drawer, you're not going to be too mad about it, versus I bought a TiVo for my dad, and it was it was a DirecTV TiVo.
Oh.
Never left the box.
Oh.
I love my TiVos.
Never left the box.
I've expanded the TiVo family. We have 2 TiVos and a TiVo Mini.
Aww.
And it is a wonderful, wonderful technology.
But never got into it. They never got into the DVR.
I can tell you, Mama Dutters has Google Chrome, or the Chromecast, and she loves it, and she uses it, and she has no problem. I mean, she like I said, she's versed with her iPhone, and she watches videos, and she watches this show, and she'll say, "Oh, I watched your show," and I was like, "Oh, really? That's cool. Like, how did you do that?" And she knows how to do that, and she enjoys watching, and even Netflix, which is nice too.
Even that idea that you can just send tabs. And there's so many options, like the photo wall we talked about a few weeks ago. There's these little games and stuff, and it's only going to get better. And I feel like, again, you already know how to use it because you have a phone. You just need to look for that button. Just look for that button, Mom. That little Chromecast button, and just click that, and it should work. Because she's not going to have things. Versus me, I have what Wi-Fi in my house is my thing on, and it's getting a little weird. Versus now I picked up this other tablet on Android, and now I'm doing stuff. She has one phone. She has one Wi-Fi. It'll work just fine. She doesn't even get cell reception where she's at. It just, I don't know. I think it would make a lot of sense. Now I think I'm going to get one. I think I'm actually going to get one for this weekend.
Ooh, do it.
Just to see what happens. I feel like she already has a Roku and a Western Digital box. And I'm not sure if she's used either one of them. Like,
I've never used the Western Digital box. I
Mm.
know it can like crawl your network for a lot of content. Does it have like a lot of apps on there, like Netflix?
I don't know. I never seen it. She's just like, I bought this WD drive. I'm like, why didn't you get a Roku like I told you to? She's like, well, it was there and it was so much. I'm like, yeah, but why? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much they're going to use it. They have cable. They have all that other stuff. Who knows? Who knows? So let us know if anybody in the chat, anybody else on social media. Let us know what you get in your mother, or what will you definitely